people of the YouTube, it's Multiplier here with a very squeaky chair, so ignore the squeaks if it makes some squeaky sounds. But yes, a different style of video, which I think you'll find interesting. Basically, five, that was 10. 5 business books you should read, counting as one of them. 5 business books you should read as a music producer / DJ, maybe / music person on the internet doing music things, etc. You get the idea. Anyway, whether you like it or not, the whole music thing you're doing, if you're trying to grow and improve, is a business. Now, that doesn't mean that maybe money is your end goal. It could just be playing a big festival or getting bare loads of SoundCloud plays. Whatever it is, it's still effectively a business. So all these principles do apply. And I have 5, that's in the way of my face, 5 amazing business books for you to absorb into your brains, and it will completely change how you view the world, because that is the power of information, and information is contained in books. Who would have thunk it? Me would have thunk it. Anyway, also, some of you are probably thinking, oh, reading's boring. I can't sit down and read a book. Well, I can't sit down and read a book. You can probably guess that from the vibe of my videos. I just can't concentrate on that because it's boring, let's be honest. Sitting down and reading a book is boring, even if it's amazing information. So anyway, what you can do is you can get something like a telephone, a mobile, like a cordless telephone like this. And then what you can do is get like an app for audiobooks, which is what I got, like an app for audiobooks. And then you just press the book you want to read. And then, oh no, I pressed the wrong button there. You press the book you want to read on the app, and then you basically stick some headphones in. It goes through your ears, so you don't have to read it with your eyes. You can use your ears to read. So yeah, get audiobooks if you're like me and can't sit down and read a book. Also, what you can do with audiobooks, which is fantastic, is fill in all the gaps in your life. So if you're walking towards something, or you're in a car driving towards something, you can be listening to stuff perfectly fine, information in your brains, much more productive journey. So let's get into the books that I actually recommend for your brains, eyes or ears. Again, up to you which of your head holes you want to use to absorb the information. So first one is called Trust. That's some sort of motorbike outside. It'd be fine. First one is called Trust Me, I'm Lying, Confessions of a Media Manipulator. Words are difficult, I've told you that many times. Confessions of a Media Manipulator by Ryan Holiday. Looks like that. Pretty cool front cover. Also, the information is really, really good. It basically tells you how to manipulate the media from someone who's spent an entire career doing it. It is amazing, and it's basically a way you can get in the case of music, get your tracks onto the biggest websites, the biggest blogs, all that kind of stuff. It's basically how to manipulate the media. There you go. It was even in the title, a nice condensed, concise description of what's going on. Really, really good. I included it first because not too many people know about it, but it's the best book I've ever read for kind of getting bigger, getting your stuff out there as a music producer, whether or not that's for tracks or DJing. All the concepts are exactly the same. It doesn't matter whether you're trying to get, say, a track on one of the biggest blogs, or whether or not you're trying to get the biggest slots for, say, a festival gig or whatever. All the same principles apply. It's just a different platform and a different environment. Cool stuff. Read it. It is amazing. I'll show you it again because it's so good. It's called... Oh, it's playing. Don't do that. Didn't count. Right. It looks like that. Trust Me, I'm Lying. Coolies. Next is something called Influence. It looks like this. Red cover, Influence. Now, if you just type in Influence into like Amazon Books or whatever, there'll be millions of books, so you got to get this one. Looks like that. Well, actually, they're different covers, so maybe that's not too helpful. It's from Robert B. Cialdini, PhD. Influence, Science and Practice. It's basically another how-to guide on how to influence people. So if you want someone to buy your stuff or you want someone to do something, this book tells you everything you need to know about that. And if you've heard of the guys Cymatics or CYmatics or Cymatics, if you've heard of Cymatics, the company with Stephen Drew and everybody, that's been doing really, really well, you've probably seen them blowing up. That company is basically just that book, but in sort of real form. So if you want to do as well as Cymatics, if you want to do as well as Cymatics, just read that book and it will literally tell you everything you need to know. Now, I only read it recently, so I haven't really been influencing you because I'm also nice and can't really. It's not in my interest right now to influence you, although kind of could do now I know the information. But yeah, I'm just rambling now. Anyway, book, read it, called Influence. Influence. Next is an absolute classic of a book. Now, it's not really related to music directly, although you can always extrapolate the ideas to music if you like, and I highly recommend you do, but it's just an important book to read with regards to business, life, money, etc. And it's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You may have not recommended it, you may have heard of it before because it's arguably, or may even stop playing, right? It may even be the biggest selling book ever in terms of business and stuff. So, absolute classic. Looks like that. You've pretty much got to read this at some point in your life or use your ear holes, listen to it at some stage in your life, just so you view the world correctly, basically. It's a absolute game changer. You got to read it. The tagline is what the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and middle class do not. So you've got to read it and not be annoyed by the way the book is written, because it's got a vibe to it. For a start, it's not very well written in general. It tends to repeat itself all over the place, but it's also got this kind of vibe that's like, I've got all this money, you probably don't. You suck. I mean, it doesn't say you suck, but that's the implication. Although they do pretty much say that at times. So you got to like be able to read it or listen to it kind of and not get annoyed at the fact that there's a bit of a vibe behind it, but it's amazingly useful information. Pretty much everyone in the entrepreneurial space agrees that it's an absolute must read. You've just got to read it, get on with it and read it. Right, there you go. That was me influencing you. Lol. Next is, again, an absolute classic of a business book, one of the biggest selling books of all time in the world of business and books and ting. And it's called Where Has It Gone? Where Has It Gone? Where Has It Gone? Again, not related to music directly, but very related, if that makes sense. It's all about what's called the 4-hour work. Stop playing. You've probably heard of it. It's called the 4-hour work week. Looks like that from Timothy Ferriss, T-Dog himself, T-Money, T-Dizzle, as I call him because we're homeboys. And yeah, it's basically all about how to convert your passion, your interest into something that delivers residuals or passive income. So you can go around riding jet skis, high-fiving dolphins while your assets and stuff brings in like money and that without you having to work for it. Sounds pretty sweet. Who wouldn't want to high-five a dolphin while money just rolls into their bank account? That's pretty much what this tells you what to do. And it's pretty much a how-to guide. It's not just like a conceptual kind of up in the air sort of, this is what you can do conceptually. It's like literally gives you a how-to guide. All the companies you can use to make this happen, like really specific like information about stuff. So yeah, just got to read it. It's one of those must reads. I'm not going to spend 20 minutes telling you its virtues because loads of people have done that before and you've just got to read it. So when you read it, you'll realize how amazing it is. It is rad. Game changer. Next is something called, where's it gone? It's called Profit First. I remember that, but where has it gone on here? Ah, there it is. Don't play, don't play, don't play, don't you play. Cool, there it is. It's called Profit First. It's relatively newish, I think. Looks like that. Nice little pig on the front, written by a guy called Michalowicz. Michalowicz, maybe even. Nice little piggy on the front. Funny. Anyway, yeah, it's called Profit First, and it's basically it teaches you what to do with your money when it comes in, because when you go from, say, being employed, like a normal job, and then all of a sudden you're a business owner or self-employed or whatever you want to call it, you have money coming in, and then it can be quite difficult as a music producer, DJ, whatever, to figure out what to do with that money, because all of a sudden you have money coming in, but you want to make sure you always have money to pay for stuff, whether that's rent, bills, holidays, surfboards, or even just paying back the tax man, because everyone basically gets a massive shock at the end of like tax year when they do their taxes and they're like, oh no, look at all that money I owe. I haven't really saved enough. So it just gives you like a scheme, like a prescription, a way of managing your money such that you never run out of money. And it means once you set up this Profit First, what do they call it? Like a Profit First, and it's just like it's a way of divvying out your money when it comes in so that you always have enough money lying around in various accounts to pay for everything, and it's no stress. It also means once you have this set up, you can look at your bank account and see how much money you have available to spend without having to work out in your head, right, I've got 10K in the bank, but 8 of that's assigned to taxes, and then 2 of it's for expenses and this and that and that. Once you have all this set up, then you don't have to worry about any of that. It's an automatic scheme to divvy out money to various expenses like tax, rent, bills, etc. Read the book. Where's it gone? Read that, and then it'll tell you everything you need to know. But really, really important. Highly recommend it. I'm not even sure how popular it is, but I thought it was amazing. I know that's not super exciting to some of you. Some of you are like, oh, I just want to make the dopest tunes and then play the biggest festivals and just throw money into the crowd and like karate kick stuff. But yeah, if you want to keep the lifestyle going forever without worrying about money, read this book and that will solve all your problems. It doesn't matter whether you're earning 10 grand a year or 100 grand. It literally gives you a nice way to divvy out your money such that you never run out of it, which is ideal, right? Sweet. Failed to say bookmark. I pressed the bookmark button by accident. Don't want that. And then that is it. Well, not it, because I have a bonus for you. A bonus book. Now, this title says 5 business books you must read as a music producer / DJ. But I have a bonus, which is kind of a wild card. It's a joker. It's a no, wild card's a better word for this. It's a strange one, but really, really good, and it's kind of, well, definitely is related to music, and it's called Gonzo Marketing. Even the cover is mental. So Gonzo Marketing. It is a wild card because of how strange it is. It's really short. It's like 2 hours 21 minutes according to this, and it's kind of half how-to guide for the media and how to build up a personality and influence and stuff like that, and it's also half like some sort of weird artistic poem expression of something, literary thing. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like business book meets just weird artistic statement about the world. Kind of strange, but it's a strange book and a really cool one though, and a nice little one. Yeah, 2 hours 20 minutes. You can stick that on for a long drive or walking through the forest, seeing trees, etc. Saw some deer yesterday. You could do that if you want. But yeah, that's called Gonzo Marketing. A wild card, definitely worth a read. It's pretty cheap as well because it's a short book. But don't play. Right, it's from Stop Playing. I said stop playing. Right, Christopher Locke. Anyway, I'll include the words and that below. But really, really good. Highly recommend it. But again, a strange one. So it's a bonus book you should read into your brain through the ears, eyes. Yeah, one of those two, really. Sweet.